Hello everybody. Today we are going to see one more topic in your cloud computing subject, that is nothing but infrastructure as a service. So this topic is related to cloud service models. So what is cloud service model? What services it provides? We will see one by one. Service model is nothing but it refers to the different ways in which computing resources are provided to the users. So how methods are applied, how different ways are applied to provide the resources which are available on the cloud to be used by the users or the organizations which are on cloud. So cloud computing offers three main service models to meet the diverse requirements or diverse needs of the organizations. So different services are three different services are provided, service models are provided to meet the different diverse requirements of the users or the organizations which are there on the cloud. One among them is IaaS, which stands for infrastructure as a service. Next we have platform as a service, which is called as PaaS, and then software as a service, which is called as SaaS. So these three services are given by the cloud people to the users who are on the cloud to perform all the services, to do all the activities which the clients or organizations which are on the cloud. So we will see one by one. First among them is, so you see what where they are used and how they are used. So first is IaaS, which is used by the IT architects. How they are using it, how they are working on it, we will slowly see. Next, PS is used for, it is done for the developers, and SaaS is for end users. So we will see one by one how it goes on. So infrastructure as a service, it is the fundamental service which is provided by the cloud on cloud computing. Here it is what everything is virtualized. So it provides virtualized computing resources, that is what virtualized computing resources. Previously all the resources were physical, they used to be present at the organization on the premises, but now on the cloud everything is virtual, they are not available on the premises. So what services it provides? In IaaS model, cloud providers offers a range of infrastructure components such as virtual machines to perform computation. You want to store your data or you want to store your images, storage devices it will provide to network or to combine all these resources together as a on the internet. They provide something called networking resources, and these all machines are nothing but virtual machines and storage devices are scalable. So this IaaS model provides all these services. So users can rent these resources on a pay as you go. Means what? If you are using it, then only you are going to pay it. If you are not using it, you are not going to pay it. So IaaS model will help us to provide all the resources. IaaS service model help us to provide all the resources which are available on the cloud, and these resources are flexible and efficient, cost efficient. So means what? Whenever you are using, you need to pay it, and whenever you want to reduce the usage, you can reduce the servers. Suppose it is a time where your site is accessed by many users, at that time you can increase the servers, and at the time when there are no users, you can decrease your servers. So that is what, it is flexible as well as it is cost efficient. So IaaS is commonly used for various purposes. As I said, it is used for running enterprise applications. Means what? If an organization wants to move their application on the cloud, that can be done. It is helped for hosting websites, that can be done, and any development and testing environments they want, the servers are provided or virtual machines are provided, wherein any company can do the development and testing. And data backup, you want to keep your data and you want to recover the data, for that servers are provided, as well as you want high performance computation. Means what? You need machines wherein computation should be high. So it is difficult to buy or it is difficult to invest for a startup for such sort of devices. So at that time also, whenever you want high performance computation for short period of time, at that time also this is provided. So IaaS is commonly used for all these purposes. So popular IaaS services which are available are Amazon Web Services, and then we have Microsoft Azure and Google Cloud Platform and IBM Cloud. So I hope you know these services. So these are the services which are provided by the cloud parties. Next, how our IaaS structure looks like. See, I said what we said, IaaS is nothing but it is the layer, or it is the service of the resources which are available. So here IaaS provider, which is nothing but, suppose if you take AWS, Amazon people are providing the service for you. So what they do in IaaS layer is they will provide the total infrastructure like virtual machines, any networking or any storage devices. Those all are provided with this AWS people. So that layer means what, this whole machines are provided. So this all becomes the virtualization layer. So virtual infrastructure, whatever is required, those all will come. You say VM stands for virtual machines, and then load balancing layer, wherein balancing is required, even that is provided. So this all layer is done, and it is given by to the consumer who is going to consume. So that's why it is called as IaaS consumer, or infrastructure architect who is going to use all these resources. So this gives the overview of IaaS. So IaaS changes the way the compute, storage and networking resources are consumed. As I said previously, the infrastructure is available physical on the site or on the premises where your organizations were working. So those are traditional data centers. Now IaaS changes the computing from a physical infrastructure to a virtual infrastructure. So it provides virtual computing, virtual storaging, and any networking which is required there, that is also called as virtual. So everything becomes from physical to virtual. Physical is now abstract, so everything is hidden, complexity is hidden. You need not maintain the resources, you need not check the devices whether they are working properly or not, whether efficiency is there or not, performance is there or not, you need not worry. Only you need to take the resources and start utilizing. So thinking of consumers is changed. Earlier everything was physical, now everything has become virtual. So technology virtualization is used to provide virtual resources. So as I said, virtual machines are configured by the provider and is given to the user, and user is going to use. So the targeted audience of IaaS is the IT architect, as we have seen in the diagram on overview of IaaS. Next, so IT architect can design virtual infrastructure, network, load balance etc. based on the needs, and maintain the physical servers. So these IT providers who are providing this IaaS service, they will maintain all the details or the services whatever. So what happens because of this, complexity is hidden. So this eliminates or hides the complexity of maintaining the physical infrastructure from the IT architects. So that is the advantage of IaaS. So what services are provided by the IaaS? So it helps us in doing computation, all the computation whichever I want. It helps us to store our store our files or images or any data which we want, or any networking we want to send data from one place to another, or your site is hosted by the your website is hosted and it is viewed by the different users on the network. So networking can be done, and load balancing so that performance happens. So these all services are provided by IaaS. So we will see one by one. First is computation. So a service includes virtual central processing units. So earlier, if the devices were physical, we used to only say central processing units. Now these processing units are available on the cloud. That's why it is called as virtual central processing units, and virtual main memory for the VMs that are provisioned to end users. So all the computations will be done on the servers or virtual machines which are provided by the cloud people. Next, storage. As I said, I want to store the data, or I want to store my files, I want to store my images, then storage is done. So this is the service which is provided by the IaaS layer. Next, networking. I want to connect all these virtual machines together, and I want to have my data available at different data centers in the different countries. So networking is done. So network as a service provides virtual networking components such as virtual router, switch and bridge for the VMs, whatever for connectivity, what all infrastructure or things are required, it is provided. Next, load balancing as a service may provide load balancing capability at the infrastructure level. So what, based on your requirement, whether your data is full on your servers or virtual machines and you want to increase your memory, that is also done. So, all the balancing activity is also performed.